There's some of us that are coming from places where they don't want you to talk about being black anymore, where you can't be black, where you can't do those things. Well, listen, Barbara Perkins gave us permission for the next 3 days. If you want to talk about critical race theory, you can talk about critical race theory. You're at home. This is the village. This is your family.
Each and everybody sitting in this room, we are doing the work, right? We're doing the work on the ground. But I want you to look at me as just being human. I want you to look at me as being a person just like you. And I want you to understand that we are here today, not just to sit here and eat some good food, but we are here today to take in the knowledge and continue the work and to continue to educate each other on how we can live in a safer place.
I think philanthropy is tackling the problems of a system that reproduces these problems. And that's why I like to look historically at these issues. If you look at violence, for example, in our societies, we're talking about intergenerational cycles of violence that we've inherited and learned for centuries, for a long time. And so to the extent that we're going to change that, then we have to bring people in the room that are most directly impacted. Our system of government is set up in a kind of top-down arrangement to suit the former colonial masters. And the system was never set up to be inclusive for the majority.
If we have the resources and we have the people who have the networks, why does it feel like our ancestors did more with less, leveraged more power with fewer networks and allies?
So people want to be philanthropists. They want to be social change agents. What I often tell the people who are looking at the diaspora as that kind of means to an end is the diaspora is not an ATM machine, right? The diaspora is not a cash cow. And frankly, even if it were a cow, you got to give a cow grass and water and, pasture and shelter. You gotta, people have to survive, right? So the things like, I don't see people being like, how can we support the diaspora in thriving by having living wage jobs, by getting permanent residence or citizenship so that they can earn more, so that they can get ahead. And so that's how do we address their precarious housing situations? So that's, for me, that's our role, is to stabilize and empower the diaspora so that they can be a lever for global change. But you've got to, the people are not merely means to an end, they're ends in themselves. And that means we have to, the only way to do it is to do it, to actually invest in those communities.